I got back from China not too long ago, and I'm not going to lie. This semester has been a little harsh because I felt like I was in a rut in the past couple of weeks. I was procrastinating on my goals for a bit. I encountered some resistance going to the gym, and overall, it just seemed like I was just doing the bare minimum to get by. I find it quite interesting though, because just before I left for China, I was feeling good. The momentum that I built up was great. I worked out consistently and did the right things. I didn't feel distracted and I was just making progress towards my goals. But when school started, I couldn't get myself back into that momentum. Instead, it felt like I was in a rut. And when you're in a rut, nothing feels enjoyable to you. I skipped the gym, I woke up late, I submitted my assignments on the very last minute, and also I procrastinated on YouTube. I told myself that it was just a jet lag, but honestly, I feel like I was just making excuses for myself. Naturally, after a couple of days, I got fed up with my situation. I knew that I had to change something or do something differently because it seemed like no matter how hard I tried, I was just back in bed at like 11:30 p.m. watching YouTube again and just scrolling for more dopamine. Hi there, my name is Benson and I'm a sophomore currently studying psychology at a school in Cambridge. I'm on a mission to awaken the next generation of purposeful students through education and self-improvement. And the worst feeling that you have when you're in a rut is that no matter how hard you try to do something, you just can't bring yourself to do it. And it's just stopping you from getting the essential tasks done. And I hate it. And so that's why I'm going to share what it is that you can do to quickly get out the rut, just like myself. And it's with this concept called winning at baseline. You see, when you're in a rut, rather than willing yourself, forcing yourself to get it together, you should instead shift your mindset to, I'm just going to show up. I'm just going to show up and do one push-up. I'm just going to show up and do one page of reading. I'll just show up to do one deep breath for meditation. You get the idea. You leave your ego and your expectations at the door and simply tell yourself that you will show up today. That you will show up to do just the baseline task. You can't expect yourself to go and do the 1 hour long workout. You're in a rut, and you and I both know that it won't be done. So we don't even bother showing up to do even one push-up. Instead, you should just tell yourself to do one push-up. One push-up is better than telling yourself that you're going to go to the gym later, but then later you'll find yourself convincing yourself, again, to skip the gym. It all comes down to this. You're in a rut right now because you haven't been winning lately. And suffering those losses have whittled away your confidence in yourself and your abilities. Confidence is about having this undeniable stack of proof in front of you that you are who you are, having done what you said you would do. You feel like you've been taking L's lately, and I'll admit it too. In the first week back, I procrastinated on my tasks, I skipped the gym. And as a result, I lost my motivation to do the work, to record the videos, to script them out, and to literally just function properly. But here's how we can overcome that. And we must start to build out our track record again. That record and stack of proof that tells you that you've been consistently winning. So the fastest way to get out of a rut is to 1. Figure out what is the bare minimum task that you need to do in order to get you to show up. Drop the ego. If you haven't been exercising lately, the baseline is quite literally just one push-up. 2. Win at baseline by showing up and following through with your bare minimum task. So you do the one push-up and you take it off. Congratulations, you've won, and you've added it to your stack of proofs. That's already one win. And you're gonna do that for all the tasks that needs to be done. If you feel like you've been procrastinating on your assignment, just tell yourself that you're gonna show up and just to do one problem. You're going to just read a single page from the book, or you're just going to watch 5 minutes from lecture. All of that is helping you build up those wins. And what we ultimately want is to build out and see for yourself that consistency and capability for more. Your ego might be telling you that you're better than doing those baseline tasks. But let's be honest, you wouldn't be watching this video right now if we were any better. The biggest hurdle when it comes to getting out of a rut is that initial resistance. We're going against the feeling of not wanting to do anything. And so if we fail to do what we said we would do, not only do we lose the battle, it also drains our confidence away. But what if we flip the switch and instead we win at baseline with this mindset of, I will just show up. That's when we'll finally start gaining back our momentum. Stack up those wins and you will become more and more comfortable showing up and doing those tasks. What matters most here is consistency. You need momentum to reverse the rut that you're currently in, and by winning these battles, you're doing just that. And then looking after your first dozens of wins, you can start looking to progressively overload or to scale up the baseline. So instead of doing 1 push-up now, let's aim for 5 or even 10. You're catching yourself doing the push-up, and since you've already done 1 and you're already on the ground, why not just do 4 more or 9 more? You've already started the problem set and finished the first question. You feel like you're getting into the groove of things, so how about another problem? Maybe after you finish, you can treat yourself to a well-deserved meal. I think that'll motivate you more, and you'll be able to sort of hack your brain and to trick your brain into doing more of the work. And you can see how that progresses. You're building your confidence back by scaling up the baseline. It's like clearing levels in a video game. Once you've demonstrated that you're capable of defeating this certain level, you move up, you progress. And so after you've proven to yourself that you've been consistent at your current baseline, you can increase that difficulty. Over time, that baseline will quickly get back to where you were before. But this time, you might be able to even extend that peak and to reach a higher baseline. And that's the true beauty of self-improvement. We're progressively overloading ourselves, and so that we're naturally, incrementally getting better over time. Now, to help you with this simple 2-step solution of getting out of the rut, which is 1, just winning at baseline, and then 2, progressively overloading, you can also look to leverage social accountability. You see, we are social creatures that dislike ruining our reputation. We want to feel accepted and trusted by the people that we care about. And so, naturally, if you set up and have an accountability partner, you're giving yourself more of a reason to show up. You don't want to be seen as someone who is untrustworthy or is flaky. So you will get up and you will lace up those shoes to go to the gym, or for me, I discovered that a very fast way to get myself back on track was doing cardio. Specifically running. It allows me to shake off that dull feeling and resets my internal compass. And so I would feel great afterwards. And a friend of mine, we agreed to keep each other accountable by running together twice a week. And so that enabled me to sort of like sort my ducks out in order. And so the lesson here is to sort of leverage social accountability with getting out of a rut. Especially in a college setting, finding an accountability partner should be easier just because there are more people like you around you, and you can even make it rewarding and fun. You can incentivize yourself with this just show up mentality even more. I told my accountability partner that we should set up something that we can both work towards. And what we decided on is that if we make it to 25 runs at the end of the semester, we would both go out to eat at a restaurant to sort of like treat ourselves. And by having a reward like that at the end of the finish line, it'll feel more well-deserved, and we're much more likely to try and to achieve it. And you can certainly copy this strategy too. If we utilize social accountability, we can get out of a rut much more quickly and to make the necessary strides towards our goals again. One thing that I've done recently that can help with accountability and also your journey as a purposeful student or someone who is looking to achieve more is I launched an online school community called Insider Campus. It's currently in beta stages, meaning that there's going to be a lot of more content and features that will be released over time. And my goal with Insider Campus is to connect with you and to make it the #1 community for all students to be able to meet each other, discover new interests, share advice, and to grow together on our infinite game journey. There's going to be a ton of value inside the community. I'm going to be going on to live calls, host these weekly office hours where you can come, meet me, talk to me. If you want to learn more, it's the first link in the description. Click on it, and I'll see you in the next video.